Well, hello, everybody. How are you all doing today? Happy Tuesday. Thank you so much for joining us again for another week of KBBU's Where Are They Now? If you are watching us for the very first time, we are a business school, and what we do is we have a private strategy session for entrepreneurs who want to learn more about how to properly run their business. We also have an undergraduate class and a VIP master's class. And out of those three opportunities, if you're thinking about joining KBBU because you want to learn more information, listen, click the link below. Go to our website, www.kbbullc.com. Send us an email, or you can even give us a call. Listen, we are here for every entrepreneur in every aspect. We teach you business setup, how to properly form your company. We also teach you with all of the legal ramifications, everything legal. We also teach you things that have to do with budgeting, with taxes, with banking, with your credit in business. Did you know that business credit is available to you? Did you know whether you are a nonprofit or a for-profit that you can have business credit and business funding? That's right. You can get grants, and we teach you how to position yourself properly for all of that. And guess what? That's not even all that we do. We also do business and life management. How many entrepreneurs out there? Are you an entrepreneur who is struggling trying to balance your personal life and your business life? Listen, I have over 30 plus years of experience in this arena, and this is an area that we can also assist you in, not just with the management of life and business, but teaching you systems that you can put in place in addition to being able to have the automations and even AI technology knowledge in our courses is what we teach. Now, the last and very last course that we offer is in marketing, media, and sales. That's right. We have everything, all things business at KBBU. And today, the reason why we are coming to you live is we are offering you to get a glimpse at a very special graduate from the KBBU undergraduate and VIP master's class. And today we are bringing up our very own KBBU coach, Mr. Preston Johnson. Y'all give him a round of applause. Oh my goodness. Yes. Hey, Preston. How you doing?
I'm good, Michelle. How are you doing? How's everybody doing out there?
I hope they're doing as wonderful as we are, because we are super excited to get into your story. Now, I don't want to start with KBBU because we do know that your end result is that you are a KBBU behind the scenes and undergraduate coach, and you've gone through pretty much all of the courses that we offer here. But we'll talk about that in a minute. But today we want to focus on you and your story. So, Preston, tell us a little bit about your life journey. Like when you were a kid, were you thinking about entrepreneurship at all?
Honestly, no. But when as you start to live and learn, little things like wanting some candy, you know, then candy costs money. And you gotta, start earning your money, your allowance, your chores, things like that. So I would say early on, just hindsight being what it is, get these kids into entrepreneurship as soon as they are able to, as soon as they are ready. But it's don't wait until you're in your 40s and 50s like me to start trying to learn to be an entrepreneur. Start early. Start as quick as you can, because right now schools are teaching us how to be good employees. They're not teaching us how to be entrepreneurs. All right. So I'll just leave that. Then I'll go back to me. My first job was when I was 16. I worked at Burger King. Right?
Really?
No, my first job, W-2, taxes and all that. I did things around here, cut some grass, shovel some snow, and I say that because I didn't think cutting grass and shoveling snow was a job. I thought it was fun. And somebody actually gave me money for it. So I appreciate even more for that, right? You know, being growing up in Detroit, Now my origins, I say my origins are Arkansas. I got to shout out to my Arkansas family. I was born in Arkansas.
Whoa, wait a
And,
minute. Wait a minute. Arkansas.
mm-hmm.
I
Oh
didn't
yeah.
know that.
Oh,
Wow.
yes, indeed. I was born in Rising, Arkansas. Give a shout out to the town, Rising, Arkansas. Population at the time was 1,357, and they all swore they changed my diaper. No, they didn't. They okay. Not knowing I love them all, right? No, but my mom moved us to Detroit, and that's where I grew up. I'm a product of Cass Technical High School. Yes, indeed. Class of 1991. And,
Hey.
oh, yeah. From there, like I said, I worked at, my employment is going to be short and sweet, but it's quality versus quantity. I worked at 2 Burger Kings from 16 to age 18, and then I went off to the Army for 24 years, okay?
Whoa, 24 years of
24
military.
years. Yes, indeed. From
Wow, wow, wow.
1991 to 2015. So now, if you say my employment, I've done so many various jobs. I came in as a scout, armored reconnaissance, did a lot of like Germany, Kentucky, you name it. I was there, Then I switched over to the Signal Corps, thinking I was going to give me a technical job. I was out in the field handing the phones to the scouts. Here is for you, right? So, but like I said, quality versus quantity. I learned so much. I gained so much insights from being a soldier, a leader, an ambassador, humanitarian, outright warrior out there in the battlefields. Because, yeah, everybody that's in the military, I give you props and salutes. It's Memorial Day. We honoring those that, paid the ultimate sacrifice. We want to show them some love today and all our gratitude. But from there, that's when life kind of took a turn. I married my prom date, my prom queen, We met back when I was 16, and we have 3 daughters. So this is what they always tell you when they say God's plan ain't your plan. We plan. I was gonna retire, and then while I'm working, she finishing her degree. Then I go finish my degree. It's gonna get a little bit somber. Please bear with me. The year I retired, my wife found out she had cancer, and
oh my God.
yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of layers to it. Like I retired, and then less than a year later, unfortunately, she passed away, left me and my daughters.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
I appreciate that. Thank you. But she knew, I got to tell you what I said at her homegoing service. I said she knew she was dealing with a man. If she wanted a boy, we would have had a son. All right. So, I mean, you got to think about it. Though, she instilled a lot of values and things in me, that I didn't think I knew. So I went through a phase when my wife passed away of, oh, that's what she was talking about. Oh, that's what she meant. Oh, that's why she did that, right?
I'm sure.
I paid attention, that's the lady of the house. That's the matriarch. She says done is done, right? But when I had to do it myself, it was like, oh, that's what she meant. And believe it or not, I can relate that to business. I can relate that to KBBU because once everything that happened, we got the new normal. Put it this way, y'all, I had to learn how to braid hair, had to potty train some kids, the whole 9, right? And I'm a girl dad, too. I got all girls. So it was an adventure. It still is an adventure. I love them babies. Love them, love them, love them, love them, right?
Oh, that is so sweet. So,
when
Preston, can we just pause for a minute? Because I want to make sure that the people out here that are listening, that they understand the journey. So you started out, and I heard you say that when you were a kid coming up, you kind of did some odd and end jobs, and then your first couple of jobs was Burger King. So I hear that you had some work ethics going on at the very beginning because you were cutting grass for money. You said that there was some candy, as a kid, we want candy. We want certain things that we can eat, the sugary. Okay.
Yes.
We want the sweet stuff, right? So you learn how to earn a living at an early age, it sounds like. And then that later on turned into your high school. You went through high school and all of that. And then you went to the military shortly after high school. Is that right?
Yes. Graduated June 91 and August of 91. I was hanging out with Uncle Sam.
All right now. So What was your experience like being in the military? Like that sounds like, I don't know.
It's what you put into it. It's a
It's what you
progress.
put into it.
Yeah. If it's a struggle, that's because you're making it a struggle. Okay.
Ooh.
It's regimented. The military is a regimented institution, right? They need to train us, to perform our jobs, perform them well, right? And if you embrace that and do what you're told, when you're told, take care of yourself mentally, physically, emotionally, you will be okay. People kind of shy away from the military. And like,
Yeah.
put it this way, the end result of that, I have a master's degree. I'm retired. It got some wear and tear on me, so I'm 100% disabled from the Department of Veteran Affairs, and
Oh.
yeah, it was just you, you got to give, I mean,
But you
don't,
did 24
yeah, I
years.
did 24 years, yes. So
Yeah, that's a long time. And then, so the process of you being in the military, did you meet your wife in the military?
no, we met in high school. I met her when I was 16, so I met
Oh
her.
my
I met her
God.
at my first job. That's what it. I met her at my first job, Burger
Oh,
King.
that's so lovely. Oh my goodness. Okay, so you were a kid and then y'all were married for how long before she
10
passed?
years. 10 years. We got
10
married in
years.
2005. Yep.
Wow, wow. I'm so sorry for your loss. Now, that must have been really challenging for you to be in the military and then going through the fact that she had cancer and that whole process of, like you said, transitioning over into trying to take care of the household. And ladies, shout out to all the ladies out here because I'm telling y'all, we be holding it down. We be holding it down. And fellas, I know some fellas out there to be holding it down too. So shout out to y'all and definitely to you, Preston, because you raised three girls.
Yes.
My God Almighty.
One of them, one is got her bachelor's, and my oldest got her bachelor's, and then my middle child, Micah, she's finishing her freshman year down in Savannah. Then I got a seventh grader.
Woo! That is crazy, man. That is a big difference and shift in our mindset to think about you were in the military and you probably learned a lot of good habits of, structure and household and how to manage things. I'm pretty sure because that's an automatic for military, right? I used to
Yes,
work at an
yes,
army recruiting station, so I know a little something about military, even though I didn't join. But yeah, so the structure of it all, it came easy or hard for you to make that transition to take care of the kids by yourself after your wife passed?
I'm glad you asked that question because there is a transition from soldier back to civilian that it's not like turning off a light switch. It's not like you can just pick up where you left off when you first went. I went in as a young man, basically a boy. I come out of
Really?
grizzled veteran with a whole different kind of mantra, a whole different kind of attitude. It's like things that I would see in the civilian world that I would take as trivial, people pulling their hair out. Then on the opposite of it's things that I'm like all hands on deck, and they like, "What's wrong with you?" Right? And you got to give a shout out to all of my veterans and all my brothers and sisters out there. PTSD is real. I've never been
Yes.
diagnosed with it, but we all have a touch of that. And you
Wow.
put me on camera. I said we all have been touched. We all have a experience with that. Some more than others, but still, it's a real thing. If you see a veteran out there in need of help, help them.
I
All right,
believe that.
talk to
Yes.
them.
Yes.
Communication will go a long way. Don't just write them off or something wrong with them. You're right. Something is. Somebody needs to communicate with them. Get them what they need. Right.
Wow.
Soldiers are what we 1% of society can serve as soldiers, right? We're not saying that y'all can't even 1% chose to. Okay.
Mm,
Yeah,
mm,
this is
mm,
my
mm.
Memorial Day, shout out here. Take care of them. Take care of us because we need it. All right. Sometimes a
Yes.
conversation will take you a long way. Don't automatically think, we crazy. We're not. We're
You know,
misunderstood.
I totally agree. My grandfather was military and I grew up in the household with my grandfather and it was challenging, but I seem to be, one of the people who always just kind of wanted to understand what was going on in his mind. I don't know about the rest of the family, but I know for me, my love for him and the patience and the kind of, thing before he passed in 2012. December of 2012, he passed away. But all the way up until, his last breath, I was always like this person that just wanted to understand him. And he always remembered who I was. Because at the end of his life, he was, leaning toward dementia and all that good stuff, but not good stuff, but that's what happened at the end of his life. And I just remember a lot of the family would be frustrated with him. They were flustered. They were like, oh my God, he's not the same person that he was. But even before all of that began to happen, he still was, not the person that he originally was. Like you say, you went through a whole process of being a boy into being a man. Coming out of high school, I mean, you couldn't have had the right kind of structured mindset that you needed to have for everything that you went through in the military. Like, my hat's off to you, for real, because it
Thank
takes
you,
a
thank
man
you.
to really handle the process of your wife passing with cancer, as well as having three children to raise that are gonna need their mommy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't even
Yeah,
imagine what that would be like for my husband. That's a lot. That's a lot.
yeah. It's a lot. It's like,
So,
yeah, uh-huh.
oh, go ahead.
No, no, I was concurring with you, the nurturing side of, I can nurture so much, but they still need that motherly love, that touch, right? I did what I could, and no
Right.
regrets, no what else, no. Yeah, we can always do things better, but they turned out okay. They got their 10 fingers and 10 toes. They okay.
Yes, they do. They do. But that is very commendable. And thank you for your service. Okay. And it's so ironic that it is Memorial Day weekend and we are having this conversation around your life story. Who knew that we were going to be on
Yeah,
here talking about from Memorial Weekend? How will we have known that? I tell you, God is really strategic in everything that He does. But anywho, back to your story. So you were in the military. All of this happened. How old were you when you left the military?
I was 42.
42 years old.
42.
Okay, so what?
2015, carried the one. Yep, 42. Yep.
Oh my God. So you're 42 years old, and then what begins to happen? What does your life look like after 42?
To add, like, just to compound, we trying to, we getting ourselves together, we reestablishing our foundation, without mom. I finished my bachelor's degree, and I was
Oh,
I call myself trying to be busy, so I jumped into my master's, but I needed to I needed to emotionally decompress, because I'm used to just to focus back on what I did. I literally, this might sound kind of more, but I've had breakfast on Mondays, and the same guys I was eating with were dead on Wednesday. Right.
oh my
So
God.
with that being said, it's something, not no bravado. It's just what's mentally in. I had to keep going. I could only break down certain times, In my private space, I would cry, but in front of my family, my daughters and all them, I had to be, together. And that will affect how you mourn. Everybody don't mourn the same. All right.
Right.
Everybody don't agree with that. There's no sense. I'm gonna tell you that's trash, right? It's been 10 years now, and I still have my mouth poked out sometimes because I miss her that much, right? But
Oh, I absolutely believe it. I do. I know I lost my mom in 2023 and
yeah,
oh my God, that it still feels like it was yesterday or the day
yeah.
of that it happened. So I totally get it.
So I
There.
went on, like, I stopped with my degree, focused on my babies and getting us together. And then my friend from high school, she is my sponsor in my travel business. I'm a travel agent, everybody who doesn't know I'm a travel agent. You'll see more later. But just one night now, supposed to be a Bible study, supposed to be in there getting my religion on, but I'm sitting out in the lobby playing on my phone. It was a break, so I sat there for a minute.
It's like what?
And she would just flash like different travel reels and advertisements. So I'm like, what are you doing? So I called her and I was like, hey, what's going on with travel? And my friend is business savvy. That's the first thing. You surround yourself with people, you know, that's going to help you excel and progress. She was like,
Yes.
Preston, this is what I'm doing. 5 minutes into the conversation, I was like, okay, cool. Sign me up. Wait. I got to tell you, know, she wanted to give me the pitch. I was like, I'll read that stuff later. If you're involved in it, I know it's up, it's on up and up. Let's go.
Yeah.
Give a shout out to my sponsor because she's the vice president of operations and Grand Poobah everywhere she goes. So I know she knows what she's doing, right? She worked for
All
major
right
companies,
now.
right?
Go ahead. Shout out. Shout out.
Yeah,
Hey.
give her a shout out because she makes it happen, right? But
Love it.
that's how I got into travel, and it was funny because, like, you know, you're doing the training, you're focusing, you're there. My first commission was $4.28. Don't look at the price. Look at the
$4?
process. Four whole dollars.
Wait. Time
No,
out. Time
yeah, no,
out.
see, but everybody want to laugh about that. But like I said, don't worry about the profit. Worry about the process because I'm finna bring that full circle, right? I
Okay.
learned how to navigate the world of travel. I learned how to, you know, take in the clientele information. I learned, the customer service. I learned how to research the different travel vendors, put together the
All
proper
right.
packages, put it present it. You know, it's like it was business savvy on the fly. And I'm gonna come back to you with that too, Michelle. You were my sponsor for KBBU too, but I was learning as I was going. Right now,
Right.
you wind it up to now. I have booked in excess almost $350 to $400,000 in travel the whole time I've been
My
an agent. Yeah.
Lord.
So don't worry about that first one. See, everybody started out somewhere, right? That's another thing I want
Right.
to get at everybody out there. You're a boss. I'm not advertising for travel, but I'm advertising for entrepreneurship. You want to be a travel agent, we'll talk later. But anyway, you're a
Y'all heard
boss.
him.
Yeah, you're a boss. Whoever you work for, they started their business just like I did. They just walked out there on faith. And now what they're doing, and this is going to sound mean, they are showing you how to be a great employee instead of a great entrepreneur. They want you to work for them. All right.
Ooh.
And they're paying you well. There's some people out there making good money
Yes,
being
it
an
is.
employee. All right.
Yes.
And then I'm gonna talk about the pros and the cons, like, because right now you could be invaluable until you're not. Then somebody else is gonna replace you. All right. A lot of us have trained our replacements, and that's crazy right there too, right?
Oh,
A
did
lot
you
of us are,
experience that in the military?
yes. That's par for the course in the military. Every time you leave somewhere, you have to bring the next person online. You have to. It's continuity. Well, see,
Oh,
that's
okay.
the word. Military is continuity. You got to keep the mission going. In the civilian world, it's not continuity. They probably gonna pay that person less than you to get the same amount of work, right? Civilian world is
Right.
about profit and revenue. We're gonna talk about that too, because let me sidestep that real quick. A lot of people out here are trying to stack their money instead of investing their money, right? You using
Mm.
slang, you need to be using business savvy, okay? A lot of y'all are trying to, make ends meet instead of generating revenue, all right? It's the wording of all of it. We're gonna talk about it in detail. I'm telling you, Michelle has inspired me when I'm out here coaching, and like when I get on these meetings interviews, it just comes out, right?
Clearly, because
I
I'm
can't just
like,
sit here and tell. I won't even sit here and try to dazzle y'all with all these $10 words. I'm speaking from the heart and from the hip. Okay,
he
it's
is,
what's here,
y'all.
right?
He is. If you're listening, you better be taking some notes because he just went from telling telling you his story, to telling you a whole curriculum
Yeah,
of being an entrepreneur and what it takes to be an entrepreneur successfully. Like,
and
listen, that
if you
was
want to be
powerful,
that
Preston.
successful entrepreneur, you see the lady I'm talking to right now, Miss Michelle Green. She will show you
Oh,
how. Okay,
look at you.
she
Look
will
at
show
you.
you how. That's nothing to you lift people up. That's nothing. Like, we can sit here and say easily in the next minute for 69.95, we're gonna show you the rest of it. We don't do that. All right. We don't do that. We don't need to do that, right? We
Right.
network, we coordinate, we collaborate. I have business family now. I got my organic family, I got my military family. Michelle is part of my business family. I do anything for her.
That's
Okay.
right.
She shoot
That's
up the bat
right.
signal, I come running, no questions asked, right?
Well, let's tell the whole world about how we connected, how we collaborated, because they want to know about you, Preston. So how did we connect?
On a school field trip.
On a school field trip. Ain't that something? Y'all
My
probably like,
sponsor,
what in the world?
my sponsor for KBBU, we were all at the elementary school going on a field trip. And
Hmm.
I was into trading stocks too. And I was having a good time trading stocks. I'm gonna get back to that, but that's a whole nother story, whole nother session here. We're gonna talk about business. And I was talking to her about the stocks and about getting more business inclined. And she said, hey, I have a friend you need to talk to. Her name is Michelle Green. That's literally the conversation. Right. Once again, it's about,
Collaboration, people.
yes, collaboration.
Collaboration.
And it's how she presented Michelle to me. I was like, oh, cool. Give me your number. Right. It's that quick. Right. You don't have to have, it's good to have a 30-second pitch or elevator pitch for whatever your business is, but be yourself. Right. When
That's
somebody
it.
tries to talk to you, don't go into robot mode. Don't tense up. Don't have that lightning bolt bang in your forehead trying to recite from memory. If
So
you're about
what happened
business,
after that?
I talked to Michelle and she gave me the insights of her course, the curriculum. And then I was starting late, but Michelle took care of that for me. She was like, it's
That's
okay.
true. I
She took
forgot,
care of that.
Preston.
Yeah. So everybody else was in like
Yes.
week 2.5, week 3. I was in week 1, and it was fun. Let me make y'all laugh. None of the questions on her test are, huh, no. Every time I'm like, what's that? Right? If you go back, take your time, whatever you're doing, take your time, be thorough about your knowledge, right? Be thorough about it. Because right now, there's so much stuff packed up in this skull, right? I'm telling you, it'll just leak out all of a sudden, right?
So
We
what Preston you're talking about is when you came through the course, you actually started out after you and I were connected through a very close friend of ours,
yes.
and at the school field trip. Like, come on now. That's
Yeah,
some serious collaboration right there. I love that. And I'm so grateful for the person that referred you. Shout out to Miss Jaquisha. All right.
yes.
Shout out. Shout out. Yes,
I'm gonna
she
tell
is
her what. I'm gonna
also.
tell her to log in. She gotta see what her efforts produce. They produce
That's
me. All right.
right. That's right. So you were at this field trip and we connected. Class had already started for the undergraduate course for which runs about a 6 month time period. And we still allowed you to come on in because Jaquisha at the time was one of the coaches at KBBU. And you were saying that your experience coming into KBBU, what you didn't know is that the test questions were like questions that you cannot find the answer to out here in the world. So that's what he's
No.
talking about, everyone, when he said that is not an answer on the test. Okay. But Preston, what was your KBBU undergraduate experience like coming through for the first time? Tell us a little
It
bit
was
about how
it
that
was
was for you.
it was eye opening. Definitely it was. Like you showed me like the business plan, the business setup, all the hows and the why. It was the why. Everybody can tell
It's
you
the
how. They
whys.
can show you how, but a lot of people don't show you why.
That's
They don't give you
right.
the reason. They give you the rhyme, but they don't give you the reason. All right.
All
And
right.
when I got put it this way, just taking a small tidbit of what she said, and I applied it one day to see if it worked, and I got a $20,000 line of credit.
That's right. You did. That is
I was
so
like, okay,
great.
this
You
works.
did
Okay.
$20,000 grant. That's what I'm talking about. That's right. And we weren't even finished with the class.
That was like week 5. It was just like, wait a minute. She was talking about this the other day. Let me type this in. I typed it in, hit the button, and I went on about my business, messing with the kids, getting life together. I woke up the next day, they're like, congratulations. This is for you, hit this, click this link to confirm. I was just like in a trance, just clicking the buttons, like, oh my God, this worked, right?
So y'all hear it from the horse's mouth, as they
Seeing
say.
is believing. If you listen to what Michelle is telling you, you will be better off for it, okay?
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it, Preston. So you came through the undergraduate course and then you graduated. And then we looked at coming through the VIP course. Now, what's different from the undergraduate to the VIP course, in your opinion, of your experience?
The undergraduate course is training. She's showing you what you need, helping you build your infrastructure and everything. We built our LLCs, we built our business plans. She got us together. The master course, that's where the rubber meets the road right there. That's where she's going to bring people in. She either Michelle don't have to, honestly, she had to bring anybody in. She got this thing down, but she brings in the special guest speakers and they give us so much information. And then the first one, what I liked about that, they get information there, turn around, they was giving out grants.
Yes,
That was
yes, we were
100%
giving
right
out
there.
grants. Yes, we were. We gave out grants. We had guest speakers. You had daily business devotions, and you had personal one-on-ones. And I know
Yes.
everybody thought we was crazy, but hey, that's the way we do things at KBBU, for real, for real. So, did you feel like it was more of an action step that was taken in the VIP versus the undergraduate, where you were learning and training?
Yes, yes, by all means. And I love the culmination of going through the undergraduate and then going to the master's. Like the master's was definitely substance. It was like,
Yeah.
pay attention, take notes, because this is what we're about to do. And it wasn't over anybody's head. And if something was kind of confusing, we went back and we were together. See, the master's class, like I say, when we say that it was collaboration. Remember that word, collaboration. You
Yes.
have to collaborate in your business venue, in your business efforts, your business acuity. All right. I don't know everything. Michelle don't know everything, but together we know more than you right now. We would love to show you. Come to KBBU, right? Sign up for the undergraduate, and you'll get everything we got and then some. Okay.
Y'all can
And
tell that he is a KBBU coach on fire, right?
yeah, but oh, wait. That was the culmination. Undergrad, the master course, just our interactions. And then Michelle hit me one day. She said, "Would you like to be a coach?" You'd have thought I hit the lottery. I was like, absolutely. I got a bad back and some bad knees, so I couldn't do a cartwheel. So I gave her a thumbs up instead, two thumbs up. I was like, okay, I got you. And it has been life changing. It has been life changing, right? And then I meet my
Yes.
brothers and sisters. I meet my brother Yoshi. I meet my sister Doris. I meet my sister Dr. Tina and Dr. Mary and Cornell. That's my buddy right there. Then who else we
Oh,
got? Mr. Carl. Can't never forget Mr. Carl. That's my guy right there.
yes,
I'll be glad when he
yes.
come back. Whole nother story, y'all. Look, it's a lot of stuff we telling y'all. We giving y'all tidbits and sneak previews. When you enroll in KBBU, you will hear it all. Okay, that's how they doing the movie. They give you the preview at the beginning. You got to come back for the whole main course. That's what we talking about. All right.
I love it. I love it. Thank you so much, Preston, for the shout outs and for the perspective of what it was like to be an undergraduate, to be in the VIP master's class, and now to be a VI. Actually, I'm saying VIP, but to be for real, one of our greatest coaches on the team. And your whole purpose of being here at KBBU is that you are the territory coach. And the reason why we brought you in as a coach in the first place is because you're in a what kind of business? A travel business. So what sense would it make for us not to bring you in when you cover all territories? Tell us a little something about this travel business that you have. What's the name of it?
My travel business is Vibrant Vacations. Yes, it is.
Hey.
Made that up myself. It was just vibrant. Vacations ought to be vibrant. Vacations ought to be fun. They ought to be either uplift you or decompress you. Whatever it is you're going on vacation for, you should get that and then some. You can get that through Vibrant Vacations, okay? And
Yes.
like I say, I am a full concierge. I provide it all. You got a birthday or anniversary, we make the calls, we make the contacts, make sure you get everything out of your vacation that you want, all right? We stand accountable. Life happens. Sometimes you have the good and the bad, but it's not one of those, oh, well, you should have did it away. No, I will make sure that if you come through Vibrant Vacations, you have a memorable experience, okay? That's how we
Yes.
take care of that. And there's all my contact information at the bottom. Feel free to call me up anytime except when I'm driving on bathroom breaks. Go ahead and call me up. We can get this ball
so
rolling.
So one of the things that happened at KBBU is when you were in the undergraduate class, you by surprise totally shocked me, gave away free vacation certificates to your original undergraduate class. Then you came back through the VIP and gave away free vacations. And I'm trying to tell you, like, we were just mind blown. And from that point forward, you started, like, you were, when you were giving away those free vacations, we were like, what, is he insane? Like, what is going on with you right
No,
now?
of course not. So we're gonna put some quotes around that free. Y'all know y'all gotta pay Uncle Sam his taxes and fees. So don't run back trying to sue me talking about she said it was free. No, taxes and applicable fees apply. But the both of the vacation package, yes, it is at a reduced or a substantially reduced rate. Okay.
Right,
So we got to put
right.
that caveat out there. But she was no, it was fun. I was handing them out left and right. Here, you have one. You have one. I got my Oprah on. You get a vacation. You get a vacation, right?
Yes, yes. We were like
And,
in
and, and, and
tears in
nothing has
there.
changed. Nothing has changed. We still got that going. Matter of fact, Michelle, I'm gonna talk to you later about some stuff for our future endeavors. But we went
Right,
on a
right.
we went on a gradcation. What's that? With the gradcation down in Myrtle Beach.
Yes. Tell them
That
about it.
That was amazing. All the graduates from, was it the master's class? No, it wasn't the master's class. It was the
It
master's class.
was all graduates of
Yes,
any level. So
that's right.
anybody that had graduated from KBBU undergrad, even the personal one-on-one strategy sessions were offered to come on a graduation vacation with us in September of 2024. And we went on that trip, and man, did we have a good time. You want
It's
to tell them a little
amazing.
something about that trip?
Yes. First and foremost, we can sit on these web chats and Zooms all day. Go meet your business partners. Go meet your
Yes.
clientele. It's a whole different insight when you sit down and talk with people. I mean, this is for convenience. Right now, it's 9 o'clock at night. Me and Michelle can't be, out here in crazy streets at 9 o'clock at night. So this is a business tool. That's what I'm gonna give you that. Utilize your resources. This is an amazing business tool. All the web and all the technology we have, use it till its fullest. But when you get a chance to sit down and look your partners in the eye, sit down and collaborate with them. Sit down and get to know them. You'll be amazed. You'll leave with so much family. All right. Because that's true. Strangers are just family you ain't met yet. That's all they. They're like everybody was a stranger to me. So I walked up, met them. We got all our pictures and we collaborated. We did this same thing on the grad case. Remember we did that in the lobby when they set it up.
Yes. We
Even
sat
my
down
youngest
and we
daughter, like I say, my youngest daughter, starting out young, she became like just engrossed in what we were doing a bit. She made a little bit of money too. She was helping out. She was an assistant, right?
yes. So Preston, you came through KBBU, you graduated. We started talking about you becoming a coach. You became a coach, and you have been with us since January of 2023. And now you are still doing your vacation business that is booming, that is growing, expanding because you're learning so many different things throughout the
Yes,
courses. And what would you have to say to anyone out there that is thinking about doing their own thing, starting a new business, or even becoming a travel agent?
do it. I'm going to
Just
elaborate
do
more.
it.
Do it.
Just do
Do it. Okay.
it. Just do it, huh? That's
Do it.
it.
Now it's going to be more than that. It's going to be more than that. Do your research. Talk to people. Right. It's too much information at our disposal for us to go into things blind. But a course like KBBU will help you streamline your thought process, streamline all your business practices. Okay, that's what we're talking about here. Like everything you see on that screen, all my name, all the titles, address, emails, that's a result of KBBU. All right,
Oh, I
that is a
appreciate
direct result
that.
of that. Right, because here was my business acuity was like a puzzle on a table. Pieces turned upside down. One of the corners just slid off the table. I gotta go find that. My business acuity was everywhere. Right. Once I came into this course, the undergraduate, the master's class, just the interacting with all of my, now my coach partners, no, they were my classmates. That's another thing. Some of the coaches were my classmates, right? And
Right.
they helped me to focus. They helped me to understand. Remember what I said earlier with my spouse? Oh, that's why they did that. That's KBBU. Oh, that's why business wants you to do this. That's why they want you to do that. Oh, that put together. We did our social media, the media management class, and it wasn't more. It wasn't more or less. I didn't know it. It was the fact that I had it all done. A lot of stuff in that class, I'm already
Wow.
implemented, but it was the why, the rhyme and the reason behind it, that once I got into that course, I was like, clarity. That's the best word I can give you. It was business clarity. All right. And it helps you feel good when you find out you're on the right track. So if you're out here aspiring to start your own business, if you're out here, trying to increase your clientele or increase your territory, that's what I do. If you're out here trying to get your territory, come see us. Come see me.
It. I
Come
love
see
it.
Michelle.
I love it.
We were talking now. Of course, you got you have to invest. Okay, it's always a return on your investment. You got to bring something. Okay, so you're just not going to get a whole bunch of gifted and free knowledge and go about your business. We'll give you some tidbits here and there, but it's a course, right?
Yes.
People play the lottery every day. People play the lottery every day with like absolutely, positively no chance of getting anything, right? Invest here. Invest your time. Invest yourself in KBBU. It is worth it. All right.
Yes, Preston. Now, I really appreciate you giving me the shout out, and especially for all these people who are watching and they're wondering, like, okay, well, is this KBBU? I don't know. I'm learning. I'm trying to hear a little something about his journey. I'm hearing a little something about the business side of the KBBU. Tell us a little bit about your greatest struggle, just as a person and being in business. Can you tell us a little something about that? Because I don't want the people to think that you come through KBBU and you ain't gonna have no problems.
Oh yes, you
Everything is
will.
gonna be like a miracle on wheels. Okay.
I am
I don't.
human, just like you are a
Yes.
human. And the bane of my existence is doubt and procrastination. I'm telling you,
Oh wow.
I have my own private calendar in my head where eventually is a day of the week. And I always say eventually I'm going to get to it. Don't do that. Let me
Oh
be
my
your
God.
example. Don't do that. All right. Shoulder shrugs are
Right.
not a language, right? Somebody asks, oh, I don't know what I'm doing. No, do it. All right. We have paved the way. I'm going to speak for myself. I have paved the way. If you're listening to this, I've done things that are good that I would love to show you. I've done bad things that I would love to show you not to do. All right. But you have to have motion. You have to have effort. You have to have initiative. Right. There's a lot of people, they have a lot of great ideas that are collecting dust. All right. Don't be
Mm.
that person. Shake the dust off. Like you said in scripture, shake the dust off your clothes and keep it moving. Okay.
So, what
All
are
right.
some of the challenges that you've experienced? I know it was a lot of challenges after your wife passed and you took on the kids, but after you went into the travel business, what are some of the actual issues that, besides, well, I'm not even going to say besides, I'm going to include the doubt. And you said procrastination,
Yes.
doubt and procrastination. Like, what what pulled you out of those things? Do you remember a moment in time when you were going through those things and just being in your travel business, whether you were in KBBU or not, just what did it take to overcome those obstacles?
This gonna sound kind of cryptic, but going to the front of the room. When I first started with travel, you're learning all of the ins and outs, the insights, but we do presentations. So we talk about what we do, how we do and why we do it. And I was in the back of the room, and one day they was like, hey, we want you to give the presentation. You want me to do what? I got to go talk to people. Now, don't get me wrong. I can run off at the mouth with the best of them. But to get inside a room, in a professional area like that, like I say, I was military. I've commanded thousands of soldiers, from 3,000 to 3,000 people. I've given commands all at once, right? So that wasn't the hard part. It was also, you got to add, I was transitioning over to being a civilian. So you can't go in there like, some kind of general or some kind of crazy lunatic soldier in front of civilians. Different
Right.
mindset. So it was the loss of my wife and the cultural shift. And then I was going into business. But believe it or not, talking about what you do, the enjoyment that you get from what you do will help you. And that helped me, right? I can fast
That,
forward to today. Right now, like we have a
wow.
certification called IATAN, right? You get an IATAN certification. Excuse me for a second. I don't never remember what they say. I'm gonna have to look it up right quick. I don't want to give
That's
y'all bad
okay. That's
information.
all right.
Let me
But
look it
the
up. But that certification You get it when you earn $5,000 in commission in a 12-month span, and
Nice.
I'm on my fifth certification in a row. Okay.
Whoa, congratulations.
ITAN
Congratulations. So
stands for International Airlines Travel Agent Network. So it's like, to give you the civilian equivalent, when you get a master, you get your MBA, you put that at the end of your name. You get a PhD, you put that at the end of your name. With the IATAN certification, that's what travel agents do. You say, okay, this is Preston Johnson, he's IATAN certified, you know. Then if you want to
love
get to it,
it.
they'll say he's 2 times, he's 3 times, you know. That's how that works, right? So it's a lot
Wow.
that we do as travel agents, travel, you know, service providers, travel agents. And anybody, let me go ahead. Anybody that'll tell you, look in the camera. Anybody that'll tell you that you don't need a travel agent, go ahead and book. You can book without a travel agent, and everything will go well. It's when things go haywire that you need that travel agent. Because a lot of y'all be trying to book at work. You know you're supposed to be doing your job. You can't sit on the phone, you know, waiting on customer service to come. I can. Okay. You can't you can't call these different, you know, resorts and all these activities and ask them these different questions. You can't lead off the phrase, I'm a travel agent, because you're not. Right. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. If you're out here traveling and enjoying yourself, do that. But also, here's my question. When you come home, do you come home with less PTO, or do you come home to a check? You come home to some revenue. That's the side of the travel agent portion I want to introduce people to. It's more than just making money, but we all want to make money. You get the perks, the benefits, the discounts. It's beautiful. Okay. I've actually flown across the country for $22.50. All right.
Ooh,
And
that's
that, what we said
amazing.
earlier, that's the preview. I'll show
I
you
know
how.
that's
All
right.
right. And then I'll say, I just want to have a conversation with you. That's it. Conversation
Oh,
is all I need.
I
So
love it.
this
I
is
love
me
it.
as a travel agent. We go to all our, you know, we go to our annual conventions, which are amazing. Like I said, that's when you get with people. We can look at everybody on Zoom. We can email and FaceTime all day. But when you're sitting in the room, it's so fun when I meet up with Michelle and the rest of the crew, because it's like, it's a confirmation, right? We can sit here, like I say, on these video chats all day, but when you sit in the same room and you feel the energy, you know, you get them insights, it makes a difference. Okay. It's like recharging your battery, you know, because we out here grinding, we out here getting at it, we out here making it happen. You know, travel, whatever business you got, you know, you can be like Yoshi is an electrician, Doris Platinum Solutions, Cornell, he has fashion, you know, all that stuff. Dr. Mary, I'm talking about all my coach buddies, all my family, right? But when we get together, it's a whole nother environment, and it's a thing of
So
beauty.
So basically, what you're saying is that for people who are out there and they may be an entrepreneur already and they're in the process of actually going through, having the doubt, having the procrastination, that they need to be around a support group. So that means that, guys, if you are that person who is feeling doubt in business, or you're going through, okay, I keep putting this off for tomorrow and I never get it done, what Preston is saying is that, hey, you got to put yourself at the front of the room, which means that you got to be around other people, not just sitting in the room by yourself. You got to be around other people. Everything that he just describe being around other people so that you can come out of the slump of doubting yourself and not really, even if you don't know who you are or what it is that you really want to do right now. I would say that this advice to get around other people will help to reveal your true identity. And I can see, Preston, and that is exactly what has happened to you. So listen, guys, if you are interested in becoming a travel agent, y'all see his information right there. And if you want to share, you know, in the journey of becoming a KBBU elite entrepreneur, then you see our information going across the screen at the bottom again. KBBULLC.com is where we are. Virtually online courses, live in-person courses. We have all kinds of courses that are available to you. And we are also going to let y'all know that in October the 11th, I want y'all to make sure that y'all are connected with us and come to the KB, the Media and Wealth Summit. The Media and Wealth Summit is a summit that we are putting on for one of my other coaches that Preston just mentioned, Dr. Tina J. Ramsey and I. And Preston will be there and he will be a part possibly of our panel. Who knows? You never know what's going to happen at this event because we have so many different things that are going to take place. So you would want to go to Eventbrite to get your tickets. What we'll be discussing is all things business. We're going to teach you from a perspective of personal wealth, and then we're going to teach you from a perspective of every business and why it's so important for you to have your media down pat to make your business explode. And when I say explode, I'm talking about exploding and being able to be seen throughout the world so that you can get the clientele and make the kind of money as an entrepreneur that you never have even dreamed of before. So we're having this event again October the 11th, 2025. It's going to be at the Saluda Shows River Center here in Columbia, South Carolina, where Preston and I are located. And yes, we have our guest speakers, Mr. Michael Finkley, Miss Nikki, hey, herpreneur in the house, Mr. Lee Williams, and our very own Dr. Mary Hancock, which is also another one of our coaches here at KBBU. So listen, guys, we want to make sure that you go scroll on over to Eventbrite right now. Go ahead and get your tickets in advance because I'm telling you, there won't be any tickets probably past, I would say, at the rate that things are going right now, you might not have a ticket past July. Okay. So go ahead and get your tickets locked in today so to make sure that you can meet us live and we can talk all things money, all things finances, all things business. I'm trying to tell you, it is not something that you want to miss. And when I say visibility, this is a global media event. Okay. Hello, let's go. Now, Preston, is there anything else that you want to leave with the audience before we close out today?
Yes, two things you should not be at the same time is skeptical and broke. Okay.
I like that. I like that. Well, thank you so much, Preston, for coming on and sharing your story today. It is amazing. And I didn't know these things about you either. So I really appreciate you opening up and sharing your life's journey with us to help people to see where you came from to where you are today. I appreciate you being here. Y'all give him a round of applause.
I
Shout out to our
appreciate you, Michelle. I
Preston. You're
definitely appreciate you,
welcome.
Michelle. It has been
You're
a
welcome.
life changing event. Meeting you and the rest of every just it's just been life changing. You, all of the KBBU alumni, all of my new brothers and sisters. Yes, it has been a game changer. Okay, and if you're
I
out there and you're thinking about business, do it. That's all I can tell you. Do it. Do
said,
it.
do it, do
Yeah.
it, do it, do it. Just do it. But there you have it, guys. We have, we want to thank you guys for being here today. We appreciate everything that you guys have done. And we just want to say thank you for watching KBBU and Where Are They Now? We'll see you next Tuesday at 6 p.m. sharp. Don't miss it. Set your notifications.